Turns out the younger generation isn't just spending on brunch and streaming subscriptions. They're investing in their future. A new report shows that young professionals are flocking to Roth IRAs, embracing them as the ultimate tax-free wealth building tool. In 2022, 41% of IRA contributors were under 40, a sharp rise from just 28% in 2016. And it's not just IRAs. Half of private sector workers are contributing to 401ks for the first time. But it's not just about retirement. Roth IRAs let savers pull out contributions penalty-free, a safety net that's appealing for home purchases, emergencies, or even starting a business. Jackie, you love this story.
If I had an opportunity to tell my younger self one thing, it would be to start investing in your 401k plan, take advantage of the match, or do an IRA in my 20s. I didn't start doing it in my until my 30s because I thought in my 20s, when I wasn't making a lot of money, that I needed every penny of that money to live on. And the truth was, I really needed to look at my finances and scale back and figure out how to live on, what I was making minus whatever I wanted to put a small contribution in that 401k or IRA, because over time, the growth that you see, and if your company is offering you a match, that is free money you're not taking advantage of. I'm so happy to read this, and I hope that this is really more of that Gen Z in their 20s, because the sooner you start, the more set you're going to be later.
Well, and it kind of flies in the face, Charles, to me, of a growing meme about that generation, which is all they want to buy are Bitcoin, crypto, meme stocks. And then you get this story about this really boring plan they have of doing Roth IRAs. And I kind of like that. And it feels like it tempers the popular perception.
It's a bifurcated bunch, right? Last week on my show, I did two headlines. One that said that Gen Z is a loser, or losers, and the other one said they're buying 40% of Ferraris, right? Like, there's a group there that's just got it going, that just, they're hip, they understand. They've watched everything, they've learned a lot, and they are determined. And so they're out there, they're making it happen. There's another group that just feels sorry for themselves, and they keep ordering on Grubhub and wondering why they don't have any money. So it's just a real bifurcated group. And I think maybe, though, if you look at overall, they're certainly more intelligent financially than we were, but they have all these tools at their disposal as well.
Well, and Taylor, that's a good point. Online you can get really bad advice. But you can also have access to tools that help you think about budgeting and give you options for where to put your money. There are some, you can open, Robinhood in the past has done something where if you rolled a 401k into their IRA, they'd actually provide a little bit of a match for you.
That's nice.
That's innovation, right? So if you use the right tools the right way, being an investor now is better than any time in American history.
I like that over the confetti, which every time you make a trade on Robinhood, they'd give you confetti, which to me made it a casino, and investing to me I actually take very seriously. And I don't want this to be a game for people, because when you lose money, it's not always that fun. I don't know. I know there's a big debate out there. I guess I'm the traditional IRA and not the Roth IRA, because I don't want the government to take my taxes any sooner than they have to. So I prefer going in tax-free. Even if my tax rate will go up in the future, I like the compound interest, and I'll owe government SAM later, but they don't get it a day earlier than I tell them.
But the point also would be that when you retire, your tax rate, you won't be working anymore, so maybe your tax rate actually comes down.
Hopefully.
And it's better.
Well, the young generation likes the Roth IRA. It's after-tax money you put in, but they're not making very much, a lot of them, and so they're not paying a very high tax rate. So put that in now, and then you take it out tax-free later.
I don't care how you do it. You got to be invested in the stock market.
Maybe that's a big point, Dagan.
And one thing about the 401k plan, which people, what more than half of Americans are using, is not just the match, but if you want to eventually get to the point to buy a home, you can borrow from your own 401k plan. And it's an extremely low rate. And you just, to repay the loan you took out from yourself, they just deduct the money from your paycheck. And don't ever let anyone discourage you from borrowing from yourself.
Charles paying
versus the bank,
Charles Payne, 5 seconds. What's on your wrist? Then we go to teas.
Oh, wow, glad you asked. Harry Winston.
Harry Winston.
Harry Winston.
Hold it up for the camera.
Speaking of low budget items.
No, the other way, Payne. Come on. If you want to be like Kevin
Beautiful watch. We honor all good watches on this show. But guess what? We got more show coming up.